Hi, we're Chelsea Days.
And you're watching The Set.
What's up, y'all? My name's Jacob Lee. I'm joined here today with Chelsea Days on The Set. We got Ethan, Ashton, Tim, and Brogan, and together they are Chelsea Days. So guys,
Alec Hamill.
and Alec, he couldn't be here tonight. He's turning 21.
Yeah,
the big 2-1. So
He's in Durant.
he's in Durant.
Durant, Oklahoma.
Who knows what he's up to?
yeah.
Probably sleeping.
Maybe or
On
some.
his 21st.
On his 21st. But anyways, we're not talking about Alec being 21. We're talking about Chelsea Days here tonight. How are you guys doing?
Pretty
Doing
good.
All right.
Great. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So, give us a little bit of a background, a little bio about what is Chelsea Days.
So yeah, we are an American rock band that
Yeah.
formed in 2019. So we're relatively new on the block still. Me and Ashton met at ACM at UCO. It's where we graduated with a degree in music production. And from there, I met Ethan Wilcox, his cousin. They're cousins.
Yep.
And newly to the band, we got this guy right here, Brogan, which he's playing keys for us now. It's been a blessing to have him around. But yeah, basically, these guys asked me to mix their album. They had a band called Love Seats, or they do have a band called Love Seats. And just with that process, we became closer friends and realized that we had a lot of common like music interests, etc. And yeah, kind of the light bulb went off for like, hey, like we got a good thing going here. We should like try to start writing some songs together. And out of that whole thing, plus Alex, of course, morphed into Chelsea Days.
So open up a window, let a little light in. 10 days of April, 10 days of light. As long as you're leaving, I'ma stay right here. The change of the seasons, the start of a new year. Yes, 'cause we could reach them from the bottom of the ocean. Well, baby, we could free them and give them what was stolen. So open up a window, let a little light in. 'Cause honey, we both know there's nothing worth hiding.
tell us about what inspired you to name your band Chelsea Days. Where did that name come from?
So we were trying to figure out a name for a couple months. It was a long process, and we had a couple parameters we wanted to follow. We wanted to include a name in it, so we eventually got to Chelsea. But the way that happened was me and Ashton were on the way to a New Year's Eve party, and we were driving on the highway. We were just showing each other old songs that we listened to in high school, and a song came on by a band called Noah and the Well. And the song is called Life Goes On. And there's a line in that song they say, from the hard time living till the Chelsea days, from when her hair was sweet blonde till the day it turned gray. And we're on the highway, we both look at each other, we're like, Chelsea Days, that's it. And
we literally just went, Chelsea Days.
And we're on the highway,
the windows down.
The windows down. It was it was an awesome moment. I always remember that moment. And we immediately called the guys hey.
I remember that phone call.
Yeah, the search is over. We found the name, and it kind of fits our aesthetic. It's developed some other meanings to it besides just from that Noah and the Well song. But I remember that night. It was New Year's going into 2019.
That's so cool. If you guys ever get a movie adaptation, that's gonna be
that's gonna be a
cool
scene.
Great scene.
That's the big scene.
Absolutely.
That's the Perks of Being a Wallflower scene.
Yeah. So what are you guys' goals right now? Let's start short term. What are you guys working on?
An album.
Yeah, we're working on an album right now. We're getting a lot of gear worked on. Pretty excited. I've got a 16-track tape machine that we're getting in the studio. I'm pretty excited about that.
You guys are doing home recordings then?
Oh,
yeah, home recordings.
We've been stacking up on gear for a while now, and we're finally getting to that point where it's all right, the gear's here, now it's time to get to work and start recording.
We could drive away. Won't you come on over? Could you come on over? Maybe not today. Just come on over. Won't you come on over? Wash it all away. Say it's over. Don't say it's over. Maybe for just today. You should come on over. Won't you come on over? Closer, don't got much to say. This thing is almost over, it's almost over. Naked in the highway, lightning in the doorway, painted on your face. All the words that you say, thunder in the background, in the house of no sound. Life is just a lampshade, all lit up and we fade.
So, what are you guys' goals right now? Let's start like short term. What are you guys working on?
An album.
Yeah, we're working on an album right now. We're getting a lot of gear work done. Pretty excited. I've got a 16-track tape machine that we're getting in the studio. I'm pretty excited about that.
You guys are doing home recordings then?
Oh,
yeah, home recordings.
We've been stacking up on gear for a while now, and we're finally getting to that point where it's like, all right, the gear's here. Now it's time to get to work. And start recording.
That's so cool. So, you got an album coming out?
Yeah.
You guys, how many songs do you think you have recorded so far?
We have like 22 ready to be.
None are recorded right now except for demos. So we're getting all this. We've been saving up, and we have this whole idea for what we want the record to be, kind of. And we're just at that point now. So we're about to start recording all those songs.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd say as soon as summer hits, we're gonna take off and probably lock ourselves away in our house for a while and see what happens.
And then your most recent single, or your most recent demo that came out was Cherry Sun?
Cherry Sun, yeah. That completed a trio of demos that we put out. So
tell us a little bit about that trio. It's just home recordings.
Yeah, we recorded that onto cassette tape. Originally 4-track, and we bounced that to a 8-track, and bounced that to the computer. So it has a really like old school, like saturated, like obviously it was recorded onto cassette tape, so it has that old feel to it. Super fun process, but we're definitely gonna take some of that and try to do something a little similar on the album. But I don't know. We don't really know what to expect from the album yet.
Well,
as
I'm
far
sure.
As texture, sound goes.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So, what is y'all's favorite song that you perform? I'm sure you all have different ones, but like.
It just depends on the night.
Yeah.
For me, it's just like whatever one, not only we were feeling, but hopefully the crowd is feeling that one. Like after the show, we always talk about like, oh, that one really slapped tonight. Or like, you know, it just depends on the night. I feel like unless you guys have one.
I mean, I like playing Better Days a lot.
Yeah,
Better Days.
And that one, it's not out anywhere.
It's hard. Like the hard song is the best one.
Yeah.
The ones you think you're gonna mess up on, the ones that you're kind of nervous about playing.
Keeps it interesting.
Those are the ones that we like to throw in and be like, let's try those.
Yeah.
And once you hit it though, you get it right.
It's the most
best
satisfying thing.
Yeah.
Especially with the newer songs. Like we've been writing, like I think we have like 5 new songs we've written in the past month.
Yeah.
And I cannot stop playing one of those. Like Dear Diane is one of those songs.
Yeah.
Obsessed with that song.
Yeah, we've had that one for a while actually, but we've just like just
in the
now
vault.
brought it out for some reason. I don't know, it just happened.
Sure.
My dear Diana, is it so? Our little garden's overgrown. So if you'd rather walk alone, please have the heart to tell me so. My dear Diana, let me know how far you think this ought to go. Darling, you let your colors show, whispering words on cobblestone. Oh, the words they flow, steady as you go. But you roll in the afterglow. life for tomorrow. My dear Diana, let it go. Some things you never really know. That freezing night in Chicago. Fake fish, you can't leave me alone. Oh, the words they flow, steady as you go. In the afterglow, little in the
So you've talked about a little bit about music inspirations. Can you guys give me like a top two, maybe?
Are you talking about for like just our sound in general?
Yeah, I mean like individual sound, individual influences and stuff. I'm sure that's kind of hard.
So each of us have two?
Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
Start on that side.
Brogan, you got
Oh,
Rogan.
jeez. Top two musical inspirations.
In no specific order.
Specific order. I don't know, man. Like, since I was 12 years old, I've kind of idolized Kevin Parker. That dude just can do it all. He's
Totally.
incredible. So that's what comes to mind. If we're looking back kind of like older, I don't know. A lot of the music I write, kind of like Lou Reed, Velvet Underground type.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
cool.
feeling like that's kind of, if I'm going for a 60s or like more of a vintage alternative, I like that kind of loose, abstract, avant-garde type of form. So.
Nice.
Cool. I'll say like Sufjan Stevens is definitely a big one for me. Probably Paul Simon lately.
Yeah.
Love his
VW.
lyrics and just his groove.
VW.
Yeah, Vampire Weekend's a big one.
Yeah.
The Beatles, just as a collective songwriting entity.
Yeah.
I know, and right before the interview, you guys were busting out a Paul Simon song.
Yeah.
Like all four-part
He's always on our
part
mind.
over here.
Yeah, for sure.
What about you, Ashton?
I'd say I like Andy Schaaf a lot just for everything he does. I think he's just a sweet soul out there. But then also really like a lot of 70s stuff like Donovan. Super into Donovan lately.
Cool.
I think my two would probably be Richard Swift. He's been, Ash and I found him out like very shortly after he died, and going through all of his discography and the people he's produced and the gear he racked up, like I just fell in love. Like something that I didn't know I liked that much is just gone, and he made like the best music I've ever heard and stuff like that. So that and him and Whitney, I feel like Whitney, their guitar playing, their songwriting,
really
their
great.
drumming,
Yeah.
it's everything I want to be.
Look at me now. I'm in my place. I'm digging a hole and taking up space. Oh, as I go, I'm hoping I look halfway decent. Who gives a damn? There's choices I make. Watches I bend. Watches I break. Oh, as I go, I'm hoping I look halfway decent. box, my place to hide. It's got my things and me inside. Oh, as I go, I'm hoping I look halfway decent. Oh, no, 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 I'm worrying for no reason. Oh, not this again.
How can people connect with you guys?
Our social media for all the platforms is the same. It's at Chelsea Days Band.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea, C as in the ocean, and Days as in days of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not too active on Twitter yet, though.
But
We're
we,
getting
have, we have a stockpile.
We have a notes thing that's like full of tweet ideas.
They're
Yeah.
on fire.
So, you know, we connect with you guys on Instagram, on Twitter,
Yeah.
and check you guys out on Spotify.
Yeah, Tumblr
and
too.
Apple Music.
Yeah, Apple
and,
Music.
Amazon Music, all of it.
Reddit.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming in tonight.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.